Pues aquí los tienen, ya tengo del otro lado de la pantalla a Ross y a Rocky Lynch de The Driver Era. So hi guys, how are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, a little bit scared because we have an earthquake yesterday night, but...
Really?
Yeah, so
You had
if
a
I...
what? Oh, an
earthquake, yeah.
What level was it?
Like, 7.9, 7.1.
Pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
That what happened to your finger?
No, my finger is another thing. I just fell from my roller skates. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Different story. So, guys, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Welcome to Ruido Blanco. There are many things I will like to talk about you because there's a lot of things going on around you. The release of your single Number One Fan, the upcoming release of your second album. You're going on a huge tour on November, so many things. And I would like to start with Number One Fan, your most recent single. So what can you tell us about this song?
Number One Fan is a song about a lot of things. It's kind of about my girlfriend, and it's also about, well, it's funny because the record's called Girlfriend. But we were just talking about this in another interview, but it's also kind of about being your own number one fan so that you can, it's just kind of about being your own number one fan.
What about, I feel like it's kind of funny, like the idea of like you in that tree.
Like when I fell out of the tree?
Yeah, like, I feel like, wasn't that like, I don't know, like around that time we also were like working on the song.
I think so.
I think that's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of special.
I don't know why Rocky wants to bring that up right now, but
because it's
I fell out of a tree and I hit concrete.
To me, that's the verse. That's why I'm like,
oh, yeah. Literally, probably one of my most painful injuries maybe I've ever had.
That was the verse. That's why I'm saying it, and I think it's kind of cute. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like on the verse you're talking like, because the whole song kind of like, let's go, like, I got your back, I'm here for you, I love, like, yes, but the verse starts out and it's like, oh, I fucked up and everyone knows, and that's kind of like, obvious. I don't know, it was just kind of a funny moment. But I like that. It is,
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
This is one of those songs where we literally like couldn't stop listening to it for some reason. Like I was kind of addicted to like we'd like pull up the session and I'd listen to it like 4 or 5 times. I'd listen to it until I got sick of it and then I'd open up something else. But I just think it's a funny, I don't know, it's just like an interesting hook.
Some synth.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the album, the title of the album, that is Girlfriend. We will be able to listen in October 15, right? Can you tell us a little bit more about the creative and production process behind this album?
We wrote and produced the whole thing. Yeah! In our studio, we have a studio just that way. It's our house. And
in our garage.
We did, I want to say every one of these songs here. And then a couple were kind of somewhere in Vancouver.
And then one was in Mom's house.
Maybe yeah. So it's a little bit everywhere.
So essentially, like, Rocky and I are just always making music. And then whenever we have a few songs that are finished and songs that we really like right now, we can just like kind of combine them together and throw them on a record. So a lot of these songs are from kind of different points in our lives. A few are maybe a few years old, and then a few are like really recent. So it's kind of just it's like the next collection of songs that we've made.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw in an interview where you described your first album, X, as eclectic and diverse. So how would you describe Girlfriend?
Same way. No, I think it's groovy and moving yeah. I don't know, what do you think?
I'm gonna describe it with some words. It is this one has like this like messy pop thing to it. Like there's a couple songs that we're doing like some of the note choices and stuff are kind of like, they kind of have this like round pop feel to it, but then we're like get hella wonky with timing. So
I like that.
It's like a messy pop vibe to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It also comes to my attention the fact that the album will be available in a physical form in CD, but also in a vinyl format, which I'm very grateful because I'm a music collector. But it seems to me like a trend among artists. So for you, is there a specific or special reason to release it this way? And also I saw in your website that it will be autographed. So for me, that's great. Is there any specific reason?
Well, the trend reason is, you're absolutely right with that. There's a lot of artists that are doing it right now, and the fans seem to really, really love and appreciate it. So it's partially for that reason, and it's partially just to give an extra, an extra option for the fans to enjoy the music with. And sorry, real quick, vinyl notoriously does sound the best. So like whenever you're listening to anything on vinyl, like it still probably is the best sonic quality, which is exciting.
Yeah, it's sick to have another way to just like obviously listen to the album. And then for us, it is kind of also sick. Like I'll for sure just for the rest of my life, I'll probably hold on to one vinyl and one CD of just like somewhere in my box of things, because I know at some point I'll pick it up. I'm like, whoa, this is like, I don't know, like it's just crazy to have.
As far as assigning all of them, that was a surprise. They totally just threw that on us, and we're just gonna sign them all.
My signature's horrible.
We just go like,
Yeah, maybe you're gonna get tired, and the last one's gonna be like whatever. But
definitely takes a few breaks, because they'll probably
Yeah, and I also want to ask you something about your story. I know that before the Driver era, you had another project, R5, with your brothers, but still, in 2018, you evolved that project to the Driver era. So what it's like to go from a 5-member band to just a duo? I mean, how is the process been for you?
It's been good. It's been really good and really fulfilling so far. A bit more scary, actually. It's a bit more, there's a little more riding on our shoulders as far as getting things together, making sure the songs are good, making sure that we get it all done and out in a good way. It's equally more scary and also rewarding and fulfilling, because we have more responsibility, but also more creative control. So there's a payoff. But to be honest with you, our team has remained really kind of pretty much the same since R5.
It's a different label.
So yeah, and so we have the same management. We still play shows with Riker and Rydell.
A bass player.
Yeah. So the main reason we wanted to be the Driver era was to sort of free up some creative liberty, and Rocky and I just started making all the music. So we were just like, all right, well, I guess we'll just do it us two, because we were already the ones in the studio.
The way that we got to the Driver era is always it's so mind-boggling to me, because
it kind of happens.
Yeah, it's
and you're just along for the ride.
During the whole thing, a lot, yeah, like it's like, I don't even know how to say it sometimes, but I'm like, so many people have been involved in just like the R5, you got a group of people, and that group of people, like everyone is affecting the overall decisions and all that, and somehow we got to this point, and I definitely think it's the right one. It's just crazy how it all happens. It's really crazy.
I think the biggest factor in that though is we were spending our free time in the studio.
Yeah.
And we were becoming really passionate about creating songs, and the other members of R5 weren't. So when it came to creating a new project, we thought, well, we're really passionate about this. Let's take the reins. And that's kind of how we got here.
Great. And okay, let's move on to speak about the future. I understand that due to the pandemic, you paused the Driver Era World Tour. That is really a world tour, because I saw you have cities and countries, including Latin America. So first, what do you miss the most about live shows?
There's a certain freedom that overcomes you when you're on stage, that I'm looking forward to reacquainting myself with. It's really quite a nice feeling just to be like totally present with the music, with the fans, in a dark, sweaty room. Just like living. It really is a good feeling for us. And I think that's why a lot of people like to come to our shows, because that shared experience between us and our fans, it's really quite a like a magnificent thing. Like we honestly have such a great connection to our fans because of the live show, because of this exchange of presence and freedom. And I'm just looking forward to getting back at it. It's really nice.
Great. And finally, is there something you want to say to your Mexican fandom? Because we will be seeing you hopefully in May next year. And I know you have a huge fandom here. So is there anything you want to say to them? Because I know they want to hear from you.
Just that we love and appreciate them all so much. We can't wait to come to Mexico. We love coming to Mexico. Every time we've been there, they've literally blown our minds and gone above and beyond.
It's always a vacation there.
It's always so fun.
Whether we're on vacation or playing a show.
Yes. And we're just looking forward to it tremendously. We can't wait to see everyone.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you in May, maybe around our physical radio station, not just like through Zoom. But thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon.
Oh,
all right.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
See you in Mexico.
Bye.
Bye.
Now you're questioning my faith.